This is going to be a brief ceremony, basically to inaugurate the committee to review the strategic plan of the Commission and to eventually produce the election project plan. I'm happy that this is the third time in the history of the Commission that such a committee is inaugurated since the beginning of the era of deliberate planning for elections. The Commission believes that we can't approach election management on ad hoc basis, but rather we must deliberately plan for elections. So the Commission produced a strategic plan to cover the period 2012 to 2016, and then we reviewed the plan to cover the period 2017 to 2021. And now we are reviewing the plan again to cover the period 2022 to 2026. This plan will form the basis, as I said, for the formulation of the election project plan for the 2023 general election. It will also help the Commission to identify all events, programs, and actions that need to be implemented before the 2023 general election. It will also help us to track the off-season governorship elections taking place between this year, 2021, and 2023 to ensure that these elections are also properly implemented. As we are aware, there are 3 such elections. The first one, for which we have already released the timetable and schedule of activities, is the Anambra governorship election, taking place in November this year. And then next year, we have 2 off-season governorship elections. The governorship election in Ekiti, to be followed by the governorship election in Osun State. And then both the strategic plan and the election project plan will enable the Commission to monitor all the processes through our election management system platforms. So this is a very important exercise for the Commission to be undertaken. The Commission is made up of 17 members at the Secretariat. We have 3 national commissioners, Air Vice Marshal Moazu, who will chair the committee in his capacity as chairman of the Commission's Committee on Planning, Monitoring and Strategy. As Professor Okechukwu Bianu, the chairman of the Electoral Operations and Logistics Committee of the Commission, and Dr. Adekunle Ogunmola, who is the chairman of the Outreach and Partnership Committee of the Commission. We have 2 resident electoral commissioners, veteran resident electoral commissioners, who are members of the committee. We have Mr. Sam Olumeku, the resident electoral commissioner, Lagos, and Barrister Kasim Gaidam, the resident electoral commissioner for Adamawa State. We have 8 directors of the Commission serving as members, drawn from different departments, including the Director of Planning and Monitoring, Paul Omokore, who will double as Secretary to the Commission. We have members of the technical team, the CTA, Professor Ila, the SA, Professor Kuna, and the CPS, Mr. Rotimi Oyekomi. In addition, we have 2 consultants. The first one is OK Ndeche. OK Ndeche is an institution in election management in its own right. We believe that there must be a connection between what we have done before and what we need to do going forward. He is a lawyer, a long-term staff of the Commission. In fact, he retired as the Director of Planning and at a point even acting Secretary of the Commission. So we thought somebody like Ndeche should not be left alone to enjoy his retirement. He should come back to continue to help our democratic process. And I'm happy that Ndeche has accepted to serve. Thank you very much, Oke, and he's here. The other consultant who is external to the commission is my very good friend, Professor Etanibi Alimeka. As young people, we started our career. I started my career at the University of Jos, where he still teaches. He has been very active, a professor of sociology. He has vast research and practical experience in election study and election observation. So somebody like Professor Alimeka will add tremendous value to our strategic plan and subsequently the election project plan. The committee is going to be guided by a 10-point terms of reference, but I'm not going to go over all the 10 points terms of reference. These are contained in the letters of appointment to be given to each and every member of the committee. They have 40 days to submit their report, and I learned that they are going to commence sitting today, immediately after this inauguration. So we'll start counting from today. The report, I hope, will be submitted in the next 40 days to enable us to proceed with preparations for both the 2023 general election as well as the off-season governorship elections. So before I conclude, let me as always thank our development partners, International Foundation for Electoral Systems and the European Center for Electoral Support. You have been such a tremendous source of support to the Commission through the thick and thin of planning and in some cases even implementation of our activities for elections. Thank you very much, IFES, and thank you very much, ECIS.
The chairman has correctly noted the importance and critical part that planning plays today in the work of the Commission, not just in terms of the broader strategic planning, but also the election project plan. The Commission now deliberately, formulates these plans to make sure that activities are properly programmed and sequenced, and also to enable the Commission properly audit its activities and gauge and measure the level of success that it records. It also gives the Commission an opportunity, these plans, to plan for the future, so to speak. So this is a very critical part of the work of the Commission now, and members of the committee will not take this responsibility lightly. And this is particularly so because in the past, the question of how well we have done on the strategic plan is, has been a recurrent one. The 2012 to 2016 plan was only implemented to about 75%, so to speak. One of the tasks before this committee is to establish if we have surpassed that or we are still lagging behind. The other issue that is recurrent is how to align this plan, the strategic plan, to the budgeting and financial cycles of the Commission, so that we don't have a plan going in one direction and the financing of the plan is going in a different direction. I hope that this particular committee and this round of strategic planning in the Commission will give us an opportunity to better begin to realign or align these two dimensions. The third issue that is recurrent is the question of embedding these plans so that the entirety of the Commission own these plans as theirs, so to speak, and be part and parcel of the implementation, and be able to align all their day-to-day work to the expectations, the objectives, the mission, the vision, the stretch goals of the strategic plan, aligning all these to their day-to-day activities. I think we can also do better in that regard, and it is my hope that our committee will be able to evolve procedures for doing so, so that from the strategic plan down to the memos that are approved by the Commission, we can see a seamless connection, because that is the way, really, that we should be going. Finally, is the question of the election project plan, which the chairman has also mentioned. The logic is to seed the election somewhere in the middle of the strategic plan, so that you have 2 years of implementing the strategic plan culminating in the election, and then another 2 years or so post-election, to complete the 4-year plan. So these are the challenges before this committee. They are by no means, easy challenges, so to speak. But looking at members of the committee, I can assure the chairman that I think we have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the skills available, in this committee to be able to achieve this responsibility and to achieve it in good time. Thank you very much, Chair.